and good morning to Autumn in August, day 4. Gosh, it was a good day Saturday. It was a long day Saturday, but I reckon that will be the one off. Yeah, I'm really struggling. It's now, is it 7:45? No, I'm reading it back to front. Quarter past 7 in the morning. Yeah, Elm and I's been up for ages, as always, so we showered and everything. He's up on the end of the bed having his morning nap. So I'm going to make the most of that and sit here and have a lovely cup of tea. And then we'll go upstairs and I'll show you what I got. I got some, really pleased with what I did buy. I really am. I only kind of went to 1, 2, 4. I brought from 4 places, but looking at the quilts, the work, those hexagon quilts, that English paper piecing was just amazing, you know, and they're only like 1-inch hexagons, some of those big quilts. But yeah, so I tried to get as much as I could for you because, you know, like, I know there's other people that went, but they like went for days because it is a 4-day show. And when you actually go for one day and then try and go round and look at all the quilts and record and everything at the same time, so that's why my video is a little shorter than the others. But you know what I mean, I tried to do as best I could. I did try to do as best I could. I'm so glad I took my trolley. I would have been lost without that. I could sit when I want and all that, so that was really good. But yeah, you know, all in all, it was a lovely day. So, but as I say, I'm thinking it probably is the last one. But, you know, there's local shows that Mishka and I can go to and that, so, which is lovely. Because Mishka, unfortunately, hello, baby! You know, she's not a quilter yet. I haven't got my hands on you yet, girl. So, yeah, but she does stunning work with yarn, so. But, yeah, so, yeah, you know, it was good. Right then, so as I say, I'm going to get the kettle on. Yesterday I was putting together some of my crocheted cardigan, so I was doing that, and yeah, that was good. Okay then, right, so let's get that kettle on. Okay, so we're upstairs now. I've had my cup of tea. So I thought I would show you, they go with that, they go on their own with that, what I got at the show. A lot of it is tools for, you know, to help with me bag making and stuff. So I think we'll talk through that first, actually. So the Quilted Bear. You know, we can't fault the Quilted Bear. Their products are good, and the they are very reasonably priced, I will say. Very reasonably priced. So I got from there the 2 by 12-inch ruler, and that was only $4.99. And I also got the 2 by 6-inch ruler, and that was $4.99. And they're really good. And they've got on the there's your grips for your fabric. I did buy some their non-slip little grips because I have got a couple of rulers that haven't got anything on at all, so I thought they were good for $2.99. And now this, I'll show you my one. I have had this little thing for years, absolutely donkey's years. And what it is you can wrap your fabric around it and then you can iron, so and that gives you a crease on the measurements. Well, with it being Prim, which is obviously, I think it's German, I think Prim is made in Germany, and it's all in centimeters, which I'm not a centimeter person, I am an inch person. And the Quilted Bear had their own one, but as you can see, mine is a bit worn because I use it so much for me bag making. And they had one in inches, and that has a beautiful size. And yeah, basically it does the same thing as just, this is a plastic and this is like a coated paper actually. And yeah, I'm so chuffed I found this. This is going to be so much help. It really is. So as I say, you fold the fabric over and then you can iron the crease, and it's so helpful. And it's called a non-slip heat ruler, and it's 2.5 inch by 10 inch. So yep, it's longer and wider, which is even better. So I'm really, really happy I managed to get that. So that one now, unfortunately, after all these years, it can go away in the dustbin. I also got a, which is their own again for $3.99, a wooden point turner and seam press. Now I do have the clovers, they're over there somewhere, the turner and the creaser and everything, but I think this one's a nice one because you can hang on to that, and it's nice with it being wood as well. So I was really, really happy that I got one of those. Also from there I got, oh, 2 more things, that's it. I did get a smaller cutting board, $4.99. I know, it's just silly, isn't it? So I will take them all out of their wrappers now after I've shown you, and pack them all away. So yeah, I'm really happy because like when I'm doing my little bits, it's handy to have on top of the big board, and I move this around. I do have rotating boards. Now where are they? They're all here. There's these two ones here, and I also have the 12.5. Oh, is that here? I don't know. Oh, here it is. The 12.5 inch one, which you can see is well used. But the thing is with them is when you're rotating, it sometimes come off of the bottom and you have a little bit of a lump in the middle, and I find I don't get very accurate cutting sometimes. And I thought, well, if I just have a smaller flat one and then it's flat on here, and then I can just rotate that, and that'll be easier for me. So I'll give it a go and I'll let you know how I get on with that. Right then, so that's what I got from, I was one more item from the Quilted Bear, but I'll show you that in a minute because it was to go with something else. And then I went over to the Quilters Trading Post. Now I do love them, I really, really do. They're a mother and daughter. They do have a shop in Cheshire, and but honestly, they're just so much fun, and the daughter is so bubbly and she's lovely, and oh, it's really, really nice. And she had the Lurky the turkey pattern, but she had a sample there that she'd made because she is pumpkin crazy like me. I've actually made it all in, and they're on here somewhere. I will find it. This fabric here has got pumpkins and that on it, and it's her 4 fat quarters, and it is you know, for the Lurky the turkey. So I got those from them. This I'm just going to have make these. I'm going to make from stash. I just think they're brilliant. They had all samples. Their stand was just beautiful. It really, really was. And they do have an online shop, I will say. And this, look at that. Oh, it's just so much fun, isn't it? So yeah, I will be making that. Now, this I've never actually tried. The sample of this was absolutely stunning, and it was a bit of a purchase, I will say, but I was kindly gifted some super thanks money from a few people, and say, you know, go and treat yourself. And I thought, well, you know, I'd rather get one item that I really had my heart on, because I kept going back and looking at it, and this actually was the last thing I did purchase. And actually I've got another pattern. Oh, there, another kit. There it is. Right, and this is just brilliant. And it is a kit. So you make all the little squares individual and with wadding in and make them as little mini quilts. And then look, it's all crocheted together. So it is, so you get all the yarn, you get all the fabrics to make all you've got to do basically is add your waddings, which, you know, at the size of those little blocks, you know, it's your scraps basically. So I was well impressed that I picked that up in the end. I say I kept going back and having a look, and and I thought, do you know what, I'm only here one day, I'm going to do this. So that's why I'm really concentrating now on my cardigan to get that finished so I can get this started. And then I got one more kit from them. This was actually the very first thing I brought, and it is the mini carry-all. And I think that is so smart. I do like that. Obviously all autumnal, because, you know, it has to be, doesn't it? Now this, you use the... No, your mind's gone blank. She's just put it as wadding, but it's not. It's the you know, I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, it's this stuff. Why can't I remember the name of it? I don't know. But anyway, so it's done with this here, and I went round all the stands and I was looking at it all, and I thought, you know, they're like £10, £12 a metre, and I thought, oh, that's really expensive, isn't it? And then I got to, hang on a second, so what one is it? No, this is not this bit, it's this bit. And then I got to the Quilted Bear, and they had what they call their odd bin, and they had some of this stuff. It'll come to me in a minute. And all rolled up with elastic bands, and there was no prices, but there's always a queue at the Quilted Bear. And I had some of my other little bits. And I thought, well, I'll pick it up and ask, you know, if it's too expensive, then I'll just say, no, thank you, you know. Anyway, so I said, well, you know, how much is this? He went, give me £2. I went, really? So, and I thought, well, I really should have picked up a few more. But the queue was just so big. So I got this blooming great bit, look, absolutely massive, for £2. And I say, I had this little bit here at home anyway, so now I've got enough to do this. Oh dear me, it all comes together in the end, doesn't it? It all comes together in the end. So yeah, I got that. I also got this. I love this. That. And I also got from Siesta. This is basically for up here with the bag making, an 18.5-inch square ruler. Now I have a 15.5-inch and a 20-inch. I had nothing in between, and for doing like bags that are 16 and all that lot, it's for that 20-inch on this workbench is such a faff. It really is. And I thought, well, you know, I will see. This was the only 18.5-inch ruler I could find. I did look on the Quilted Bear, but they didn't. Theirs bigger ones was the 15. So I couldn't get that, but this was a bargain. It should have been $39.95 and it was reduced down to $20. So you know what I mean? I cannot complain. And yet again, it's got all the grippy bits for your fabric. So I am well impressed that I actually got an 18.5-inch ruler. And because I brought that, they gave me these free clover pins. I will give them a go. And if you'd have seen in yesterday's little vlog about it, you'll see that I met, and it's been so nice because I've been talking to these two for so long online, and we've been going back and forth for years. I met the lovely Emma from the Vintage Sewing Box, and the lovely Rachel. Hi Rachel from Rachel. Oh, do you know, I always forget Rachel's. I'll have to put you on the screen. Sorry, Rachel. Do you know, I always forget. My brain today isn't good anyway. And Rachel gave us a lovely chocolate and a little pattern and a piece to make a pincushion. So yeah, so I stood and had a lovely chat to them two individually when I saw them, and we had cuddles, and I gave out my stickers, and anybody that came up and said hello, which there was a few of you, which was absolutely brilliant, I gave out my stickers. I went to Oak Apple. I love their stand. She is such lovely, and you know, go onto YouTube for her as well. You know, she has a YouTube channel, and I gave out my stickers to there. And the thing is, I forgot I left me bag that I was going to get you all to sign on the coach. I had the pen in my handbag all ready to go, and I left the bag. I can't believe it, but what's meant to be is meant to be, in my opinion. Then I was videoing the quilts, and you would have seen. Now, my dear friend Emma, hi Emma, from the 10-Minute Quilter. Now, yeah, we have known each other a few years in person, and yeah, I used to work for the company that she still teaches for. And yeah, honestly, you know, both being, like me being an ex quilting teacher, and she still is teaching, and her quilts are amazing, and it was just so nice catching up with Emma. And she is the 10-Minute Quilter, and she's brilliant. And was it this year she was lucky enough to go over to, I think it was this year, to Houston, you know. Oh, I'd love to go to that quilt show. I don't think I'll ever get to it in my lifetime, but I would love to. And yeah, because I think she was a steward there as well. So go over, if you're a quilter, or even if you're not a quilter, go over to her channel, because she does knit as well. And yeah, you know, go and see, you know, her channel as well. As it's really annoying me, I can't remember the name of that stuff, and I can't remember Rachel's. I'm not too good. Oh my word. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I got. I had, as I say, I had a lovely day, and you are going to see the progress of all the projects that I've got when I'm actually feeling better. And he's really annoying me. Oh well, it'll come to me when I finish. Always does. So yeah, so it's been it was a really good day. But as I say, I was up at 3:15. We didn't get home until about, was it 9:45, 9:15. I just came in, dropped everything off, and went to bed basically. That's what I needed. And then Elmy, yes, he had me up at silly o'clock, 4:30 yesterday morning. Like he does. So yeah, oh well, that's all I can say to that. But yeah, so yeah, I'd say I will be taking you on the journey of making these. So as soon as I get my crochet cardigan finished, this is going to be started. I think this one will be probably the first one, and then I'm going to make the Lurky the turkey. So yeah, I'm really happy with what I did get. I really am. And I'm going to have to go through stash and make some of these, because I think these are well cool. So yeah, really happy. And yeah, so let's carry on. Okay, so look, what a life, eh? Go on, rub it in, Elmo, that you've had me up since up was 4, and now you're having your nap. Yeah, I know, sweetheart. He likes it on here because he gets the draft from the window. Oh, that was a funny noise. That was a funny noise. But he did miss his mum, didn't you? Apparently he slept on my chair all day when I weren't here. Oh, I don't know. So yeah, oh, there you go. There you go. I'll let you go back to sleep then. Just thought I'd quickly show you these cushions here and here. I picked up last week in the charity shop. They were £2 for the pair. Bargain! Perfect colour, isn't they? Perfect colour. So that's the couch now. Just thought I'd quickly pop on and say, was it last week and the week before, I had some lovely nicers. So I'll be showing those over the month. And one of them I can't wait for the autumn winter so I can wear. Just thought I'd let you know that one. That was a bit of a hint. And yeah, so, oh, absolutely amazing. Right then, oh dear. Okay, it's nearly lunchtime. I've been waiting because apparently, well, it was supposed to arrive Saturday, it never did, but apparently it's supposed to arrive again today. And that's my new stretch fabric for my yarn cozies, and I'm so looking forward to seeing these fabrics. As you know, I pre-ordered them last month. Yeah, so well, so I say it's nearly lunchtime and it's not here yet, but we'll see. As I say, Glenn stayed in all day on Saturday for us, bless him, because they said it was going to be then, and it never turned up. So anyway, right, I'm going to call today's video it. I'm just going to stand here and do the washing up, ready for lunch. Get the lunches done for me and Elmy, and then I'm going to get back in my pyjamas, and I'm going to carry on with my crochet. That's what I'm going to do. Okay then, right, so I'll be back tomorrow, so please take care, stay safe. As always, my lovelies, happy crafting. Thank you for watching. Bye.